Well, before the sideline debate, I'd like to say I picked the Super Bowl champion, and yes, the Beaver curse doesn't exist. I was right. Everyone else was wrong.
You mean Bieber?
All right. Now we're going to go to the sideline debate. The NFL Hall of Fame class was announced for 2015. So I'm joined by Paul Daniels, Jesse Irwin, and of course, Tyler Jeski. So guys, did they get it right?
Well, of course not. How can you allow a guy who played 16 years and is only fifth on the all-time list, he played for one or two winning teams, Tim Brown, to be in over arguably one of the best receivers to play the game, arguably one of the best left tackles to play the game didn't get in, and yet for some odd reason we're saying this is right?
Are you on the committee?
No,
oh well, I guess I got it right then, because 6 players, 2 GMs, well deserved to get it into the Hall of Fame this year, and I'd like to argue how you think any of these players or GMs should have been not in the Hall of Fame.
Well, okay, we got to look at it like this. First of all, none of us are on the committee. Second of all, Tim Brown, his nickname is Mr. Raider. This guy finished his career 2nd most receiving yards in NFL history at the time of his retirement, 3rd most all-time receptions at the time of his retirement. He was a Heisman Trophy winner. You don't have to count that. But at the time of his retirement, this guy was NFL Hall of Fame material, and he remains that way. So regardless of who's in that class,
so
definitely
basically
still
he has
think
the
he's
same
there.
argument that Brett Favre does, right? He played forever. Wasn't dominant at all. Wasn't truly dominant.
Brett Favre?
Truly dominant. The Brett Favre
One of the best
argument.
quarterbacks of all
the
time.
Brett Favre argument. He only has the numbers cut. He played forever.
I think if you want to say
played
playing
forever.
forever I think that's the theme of this class. You had Jerome Bettis who played forever. You had Tim Brown who played forever. You had a couple guys who played consecutive season. Junior Seau played 20
years.
20
I'm not
NFL
arguing
seasons.
against Seau.
Will
Seau
Shields
definitely
played
deserves to
14
be in.
seasons without missing a game, right? Mick Tingelhoff, this guy from the 1960s or 70s, played 17 years without missing a game. Not one of the guys on this list is undeserving of
Charles
being in
Haley,
this
the
class.
only player in NFL history to have 5 rings.
5
That was-
rings, 3 with the 49ers, 2
I'm
with
not
the
arguing
Cowboys,
against this.
and
I'm
2
arguing against
NFC
this.
Who are you
Defensive
arguing?
Player of
Wait,
the Year.
who are the players?
Wait,
Tim
who should
Brown
be in?
over Marvin Harrison? Come on.
Marvin Harrison is in
who's
2nd year of eligibility.
He's now 6th all-time receiving.
Okay, we're forgetting one
He's
person here. We're
3rd
forgetting
all-time, 7th all-time yard. 7th all-time yards, 3rd all-time receptions.
7th all-time
A
yards.
record who will never.
What did he do in the
You
playoffs?
know who's that?
Wait, I want to ask you a question. What did he ever do in the playoffs?
Did Tim Brown ever make the playoffs?
Actually, he did, and he carried his team.
One
So,
time.
don't talk.
doesn't have a
Don't
ring.
talk. Don't talk.
You have more Super Bowl rings than that.
Wait, you said
Wait, rings don't matter. And you know what your guy did in the Super Bowl? He barely played because he was banged up. So your argument doesn't matter.
Okay,
Doesn't matter. He doesn't have.
if
Oh
we're
yeah. So
Tim
no,
Brown
wait.
doesn't have a
Orlando
ring.
Pace. Why should Orlando Pace be in? Who you putting him in over?
Over the bus.
wait.
That-
Over.
No.
you just hit a hard spot.
He
All
is
right.
6th
If-
all-time on
if-
career rushing
And
leaders.
Orlando Pace was the cornerstone of the greatest offense to ever play.
No,
the
wait,
game.
and that's
Doesn't
why
matter.
he was the best
Everyone-
because he didn't have to block for a long time. He had to hold his block for a second, and Marshall Faulk got the hot route.
Kyle, everyone in the top 10 of rushing leaders is in the Hall of Fame right now.
And I'm not
Besides LaDainian because he's not eligible yet.
And
but
I'm not
everyone
saying the
else
bus
is
shouldn't
in.
be in. You guys are misconstruing
You-
my
you
argument
just
here.
said it.
I'm saying he shouldn't be in now. Not over some
should
of
have
the
been in
players who
last year.
should be in.
Yeah, he
Yes,
should have been in it
should
last
have been
year.
in there last year, without a doubt.
Well, you make up for it. Okay, this is who we're missing here, right? All these players are deserving. The one guy we're missing is Morton Anderson, and I will explain to you why. This guy redefined how we view the kicking position. He has every kicking record known to man. Most points in NFL history, most games played.
long did it take
most
Ray Guy to
field
get in?
goal. Ray Guy got in last year.
But how
and
long
that's
did he
what-
wait?
It took a long time.
Exactly.
But why
He's the
should
only
Morton
punter
Anderson, if
ever.
one kicker is going to get in there for the rest of the
repeat-
history of the NFL, Morton Anderson is that guy.
I'm just going to
He-
repeat my argument.
Most
Did he
points
play
in Pro
forever,
Bowl
too?
history.
Guys,
He's
you're-
the second. He's the
guys,
You
second
have
oldest
to play
player to ever
forever
play.
if you're a kicker.
Play forever.
You have to.
You guys are missing the one that should be in. Jimmy Johnson, he took a 1-15 Cowboys,
Oh,
made the
Lord.
greatest trade of all time. Oh yeah, he has 2 rings and he
Listen.
should
Tony
have a third.
Dungy gets
Tony
in
Dungy.
before
No,
Jimmy
Thank
Tony
you.
Dungy does not deserve to be in.
Why doesn't he deserve to
Because
get
Bill
in?
Polian made Tony Dungy.
No,
Tony Dungy
you
had
could
the best.
argue that Tony Dungy
All
made
right,
Bill
I'm
Polian.
cutting the
got it
argument
right,
off
though.
here
Committee
because
got it right.
everyone knows who the winner is. Tyler, you're wrong. Orlando Pace doesn't deserve to be in now, and neither does Marvin Harrison.
All right, whatever you say.
Jesse, your argument's good, but Paul Daniels is right. The NFL committee got it right this time. And let me tell you why. Because all these players deserve to get in. You know what? You're right. Marvin Harrison's a great player, but receivers have to wait because there are so many that good during that time period. Tim Brown was a
So
better.
you're saying that
Tim
T.O.
Brown was a
and
better
Randy Moss
all.
should be in over Harrison.
No, T.O. will get it eventually.
T.O.'s not eligible yet.
He's not
He's
eligible
eligible
until next year, Tyler. Will Shields was a better player than Orlando Pace.
So why can't they both get in?
For the record, my argument was right alongside this. My argument the whole time was that they did a great job. I was just pointing out Morton Anderson could have
No, Jimmy Johnson in over Morton Anderson.
Morton Anderson's the greatest player to ever kick a football.
The Ray guy. That does it. That does it here on the sideline. Paul Daniels wins. So join me again next week for more information, fun, and of course sports here on the Pioneer Sideline.